All right, let's do this.
All right.
What is going on, everybody? Finally, we have. I think we've worked out our technical issues, and we're going to chest out.
Yes. It's that kind of a Monday.
Yeah, it has been
chest out.
We've had enough Monday. We've had a month full of Mondays on this Monday.
Yes.
So we think we got some stuff figured out.
Unfortunately, we had a dud in the group for our first round, so it set us back quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we were trying to get camera set up properly. We have a different main camera, so let us know if all of that looks good. Hopefully, we got it all squared away. From what we can see, it looks like it's
Looks
pretty
all
good.
right, hopefully.
But that one looks fuzzy.
Well, yeah, that's the stream of the
That's
stream.
the shite.
Yeah.
That's the shite side.
That's the
so
preview.
anyway, as you guys have probably can tell, number one, we're Flipside Music here in lovely Denver, Colorado.
Yes.
Number two, we're going to test out the new JHS pedals that they just released, which is the Berkeley, the plug-in, and the Mary Kay. We've already tried it a little bit, and it's pretty cool. We also have the Vulture,
Yes.
which we're not going to test.
We were
Because
going to, but it's we're not 100% sure.
Yeah, we wanted
after
to-
the morning we've had, we're not 100% sure about that one.
Yeah, we want to focus on the pedals. So I'm here, got my Kingfish Telly, and we're going to plug in and just kind of run through these. Maybe take a few minutes if you guys want us to adjust some of the, twiddle the knobs, hit the buttons. There's only 3.
Yeah, most of these are going to be pretty simple, but
there's only 3 because it's either a volume, gain, and then a mode button. So we're going to do the best we can to kind of get that stuff going. We do have the camera teetering precariously on other pedals.
So enjoy the shake vision on the pedal cam.
So
I was gonna say, I guess we'll go ahead and say our hellos before we roll into it real quick. It looks like we got a few people rolling in. Paul McNary's in there. Terry,
hey, Paul, Terry, what's happening?
Dastardly Dave, I think was the first one in there. Jeffrey Egan,
He was.
hey Jeff.
Hey Jeff, what's happening? Shirts are going out today, Jeff, and we'll have the other shirt on hold until we get it in, and then I'll send that off with some other goodies for you.
Yeah.
So
we'll make sure you get like a full sticker pack and a bunch of stuff.
yeah, so thanks. We appreciate the support
Yeah.
on that. Also, Terry, while you're in here moderating, doing the moderation thing, living your life on moderation.
Yeah.
we're not. If you can put I don't know if you could do this or not, because I certainly don't know how to do it. Link to like the JHS page wherever these are. They should all be active on our website. If you can just do a link
you
to
can
the
throw
website.
the link in the chat. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they should be all active right now.
Yeah, we've been trying to get all that stuff together. We are just way better at knowing the pedals
Yeah,
and messing around with gear than actually than the live stream stuff.
Well, honestly, that
So
part
we're
of it was
working on it.
that part of it was the least frustrating part. It was getting everything set up, only to find out there was a dud in the bunch. So because
Yeah.
we were gonna just plug all of them in consecutively, and between the Vulture and the one of the fuzzes being a little missed, I kind of think it might have been one of the jacks in that one.
It could be, yeah. So we had one dud. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
So no big deal, but that was like, oh no.
That was the variable we weren't accounting for.
Yeah, we weren't accounting for. So we're trying to go through, and I'm like, it's this cable. It must be this cable. He hates these cans. Yeah. And so we threw the cable out, and Dylan's like, no, that's the cable we've been using. And you guys know how we do shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, those of you that are here that might have just gotten caught in the algorithm, I do apologize for our behavior. This is what you
this is
pretty
what you
much
can
what you're gonna
expect.
get. Yeah, so this is how we normally do it. And so there is talking, it happens, but we're gonna go through. Dylan has the sheet kind of to explain what each pedal is or where it came from. I'm sure you guys have already seen the videos from everybody that's on YouTube that has released it. It's release day. We figured we'd just go live because you know what?
It's more fun.
It's more fun to do it live, and we haven't had time to do a video.
Yeah, let alone the editing for 3 or 4 videos. So yeah,
Things have been a bit nutty around here, so
yeah. Well, I was just saying, yeah, I think so. Terry, we actually meant like any of the links to our website, not necessarily just JHS.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'm sure they're doing
Josh
just
doesn't
fine.
need any more links. Link into us, please. Yes.
But yeah,
Link
if you want
to
more
us.
info there, yeah, all of it should be on there. Gary Redburn joining. Hey, Gary.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gary, what's happening?
So yeah, I think the first one we have right now is the Berkeley, which is a pretty cool one. That one was, I believe, well, I'm not a big Boston guy, so I guess maybe you can tell me specific, because I was trying to figure out exactly.
Sometimes it's just more than a feeling.
Yeah.
It's really what you need.
See, honestly, it sucks because I don't even have like a follow-up reference. I don't even have enough references for a
You're
follow-up
like, I
reference
should
on
have called my
Boston.
girlfriend Amanda.
But anyway, this one I believe is based on the Sea Moon Fuzz, which is Eric's favorite company. Eric
Yeah.
absolutely loves
Sea
everything
Moon.
Sea Moon has ever put out. Everything that they've ever done, Eric just adores it. So, no.
Eric's our resident bass guy at the shop.
Yes. He's called the Eau Claire Thunder for anybody that doesn't know.
That needs to check him out at Nacho Libre.
Yes, that's that's his Lucha
wrestling
Libre
events. Yeah.
name. Yeah. Oh man, now we got to get him a Lucha Libre mask.
Yeah. Well, we got
The
to
Eau
go
Claire
to
Thunder.
Yeah, we got to go to the show. I'd love to see that.
Well, and we got to put like holes in it so like his hair can stick out of it. Yeah.
Out of the top.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. So yeah, this one is based on the Sea Moon Fuzz, which I believe was introduced in 1973. So yeah, this one should be pretty fun. It's a little more old school. I was gonna say we kind of ran through them, obviously trying to see what was going on, but yeah, these are still more or less first reactions because we really just did enough to make sure everything was working. So
Yeah, it's working properly.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
yes,
So let's just get to it, right? Anybody got any questions before we get started?
yes.
No? Nothing?
Not at the moment, not immediately, but there's a bit of a delay. So.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll roll into it. If you guys do have any questions about this particular one, just let us know. And then for the Mary Kay, we're gonna try to go ahead and do the expression pedal part. So if anybody's already wondering about that, don't worry. We're gonna try to make that part work. But yeah, first the Berkeley, and we are gonna switch the audio over real quick. So yeah, as you guys saw, like I went ahead and tried the mode on that. I felt like that actually kind of made it a little more overdrivey on that mode, or at least in
Yeah.
the room it sounds a little more overdrivey. So
And it darkened it up, but once you hit that mess around with the bite button a little bit,
yeah, it did need more bite.
yes, it needed a little bit
Yeah.
more,
Yes,
or maybe it was more over, needed an overbite.
needed an overbite. Yeah, if it had an underbite, yeah. Although if it had an underbite, it would look pretty mean.
Needs a little more Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, a little less bulldog, more Freddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that sounded pretty cool. So yeah, if there's anything in particular you guys want to hear on that one, let us know. I'll kind of just keep going through real quick. But yeah, we just wanted to kind of comment. At least in the room, it definitely that second mode sounded more overdrivey. So
Yeah, definitely getting more.
which is cool for a fuzz.
Yeah, for a fuzz, because I think you could. It's got a dual use.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to kind of dial in, especially if you got your settings already marked on your pedal where you want to go. Because I liked them in both modes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounded good in both. It was definitely, it just sounded like there was more like fuzzy harmonic stuff going on in that first mode, whereas this sounds a little more focused.
Yeah.
The second mode did.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys got any questions? Because we'll be ready to cruise on to the next one. Let's see. We got anything in there?
Let's see.
It's all Terry all day, just posting up links.
Yeah, which is he looks like he found all the ones on the website.
Cool.
Yeah, Jeffrey was saying it sounded good, not over the top. I was just saying we could give it a little bit more of a playthrough and then we'll go ahead and switch.
Yeah, hang on one second. Good boy.
All right. So yeah, that sounded pretty good. It's interesting. It definitely has more of an old school flavor, which is nice because it's not as like Jeff was saying, it wasn't very over the top in terms of the fuzz. Like it adds it, but it's not like just.
Yeah.
It's not just screaming.
No, I think it's a good fuzz.
Yeah.
It's a good fuzz flavor.
Yeah, I definitely. I don't know. I kind of like that first mode more, but I don't know. I guess I'd have
Well,
to
the
hear
first
it.
mode with a little bit of that bite on it
Yeah.
gave it a little bit more cut. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I think that that bite mode is a very useful,
Yeah, it has a pretty good
tool for
range
that.
on that
Yeah.
control. Yeah.
because you certainly could cut through your mix with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I keep forgetting that the camera.
No,
over
Jeff.
there, that's over
Yeah, I
here.
was gonna say Jeff was even saying it could probably, with a little more push, it could get into like Paul Kossoff
Oh,
kind of territory. Yeah, that's a good point. It did kind of have that,
Kinda
a little bit of
feel
that
to it.
vibe to it. Yeah.
All right, let me.
Oh, Goots just joined the chat. Hey, Goots.
Hey, Goots, are you in school? Are you supposed to be in school, Goots?
He's like, I'm getting learnt.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to be getting some fancy book learning?
Yeah.
What are you doing watching our dumbasses? All right, let me.
He's like, I'm in my English class. My teacher wanted to watch. Yeah.
He's like, my teacher's watching it. All right, so let's tell them about the next one, which is the plug-in.
All right, so the plug-in, which I was actually pretty interested in, and I was surprised that, because for anybody that doesn't know, this one's based on the Jordan Boss Tone, which is sort of referred to as the nuclear fuzz, because the guys that made the first one, they actually used to make Geiger counters back in the day, and so they ended up obviously getting into a much safer industry. But yeah, the original idea with the Jordan Boss Tone was to simulate the sound that you'd get from, hence the name plug-in, the sound you'd get when you plugged right into the console and it ended up fuzzing out. So, was it Marty Robbins, right?
Yeah, we talked about that last
So
week.
yeah, Marty Robbins was one of the first times that it was heard, and it was actually accidental, which I always thought was kind of cool that they, not only did it happen spontaneously, but that they kept it. Like, I think that was kind of a cool
Yeah.
choice for the time.
That he thought it was still
Yeah.
a good thing.
Yeah, so this one kind of approximates that really kind of weird blown out console sound, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, and those of you that don't know who Marty Robbins is, Marty Robbins is. So it's not like Marty Robbins is.
Marty Robbins is.
Marty, right. Yeah, he's look up the song El Paso. That's the
yeah.
that's the one. Down in this West Texas town in El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. I've done that a number of times.
Yes.
Not the falling in love with the Mexican girl part, but the
Going down to El Paso.
going down, yeah. Singing the beginning of the song.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll go ahead and roll into that one. Ike will give us a playthrough, and he'll start probably with a clean tone just so you guys actually hear the pedal click on. So, yeah, I'm going to switch the audio over, and we'll give the plug-in a shot. right, cool. So that was just a little, well, at least our first dip into the plug-in. We just noticed David Wallman joined the chat. So, hey,
Hey,
David.
Dave, that's what I was doing. I was waving to you, man. I forgot we got to turn off the.
Yeah, we're still switching
Yeah.
over just so we don't get any crazy mic feedback stuff. I still switch the audio over, but yeah, good to see David in there. For anybody who doesn't know, David is he still doing mostly teaching up in the yeah.
Yeah, go check out David Wallman. He's on YouTube. He's got a lot of great instructional videos on YouTube, but also has excellent instructional courses on his own website that's available. I own a couple of those myself. The recent blues one that they put out was very good. He teamed up with Monday Blockage.
True Fire? No.
No, it's the specific guy from,
sorry.
Guitar
Oh.
Mastery, I think
Okay.
it is. I can't remember his name right off the bat, but it's really good.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying,
right on
I
tip of my
actually
tongue,
really enjoyed a video. Well, I was looking at it a little while ago, and I think he actually made it a few years ago. But he had a really good video about how to approach soloing, because like that's something I personally really struggle with. Because I think a lot of guitar players tend to be like, here's all my licks, and like it's just kind of like blah.
And then you run out.
Yeah. And David was kind of pointing out that if you think of it, or even try to mentally kind of sing the solo before you go for it. Like, you can usually get a lot more out of it than just all your licks and the riff salad. So, yeah. So I felt like it was very helpful in terms of how to, not just how to play the guitar, but how to approach the guitar. So,
Yeah, and a lot of his instructional stuff is, he's got a very good way, an easy way to explain things, plain English,
yes.
plain English with a slight French accent.
Yes.
But it's very easy to understand where he's coming from and understand how to put the pieces together. Because I think a lot of times as guitar players, we don't put all the pieces together. And it's funny because like at home, sitting there playing, I'm like, that's cool. And I get here and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, no, I feel like whenever we do this, I forget how to play too.
I feel
Yeah.
like I just can't play for shit. And I'm like, I got to work through that myself.
Yeah.
But if you're new, go check out David Wallman. Super cool dude.
Yeah.
He's got stuff on True Fire, I think, or on Jam Play too. So go check out his courses.
Yes.
It's worth it. Worth the dough.
Yeah. All
Knowledge
right.
is there.
So yeah, we'll dip back into the plug-in real quick, and then we'll switch out for the last one after that.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was the plug-in, which again was based on the old Jordan Boston, and I actually really liked that one. It went from like very lo-fi to this also kind of, at least in the room, it had kind of a cool bloom kind of effect to it when you would sustain a note for a second. So anyway, yeah, that was a pretty cool one. So Ike's gonna go ahead and swap over to I think the last one we have is we did the Berkeley, we did the plug-in, so now we're gonna do the Mary Kay, which is this one actually has a expression control so that you can plug in an expression pedal and essentially take over the frequency control, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna also try to plug that in real quick, which reminds me I gotta hand Ike another cable.
I was gonna say.
And instead of doing it with our feet, I'll just do it with my hand. So goes in the red hole.
It's in the red hole. All right. All right. So, because we kind of tested these out a little bit prior, just making sure everything was groovy.
Oh.
And this kind of was the one that we both kind of liked the most.
Yeah, so as far as I understand, this one is in the Super Fuzz family. So it was basically a take on the original Shanae Super Fuzz, which, funny enough, I mean, obviously a lot of people back in the day associated it more with like John Entwistle and Pete Townsend and The Who. But a lot of people nowadays use Super Fuzzes for a lot of the doomy stuff too. So it's one of the, I feel like it's probably out of all of the family trees of fuzzes that were kind of neglected for years. I feel like this is the one that's finally kind of becoming more widely seen again.
I like this one. This one sounds pretty solid.
Yeah. All right. So Ike will go ahead and give it kind of a preliminary run through, and then on the second part of it, we'll mess with the expression control.
And the expression control is basically the same thing as what you're seeing on there as the frequency knob. So you can kind of play with it.
Yeah, which kind of almost gives it more of a, not quite a theremin thing, but we'll see. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Ready? Whoa, buddy.
Yeah, here, that was too quick. I didn't know you had that.
it, dude.
All right. That was actually pretty cool. I really like that one.
That one's our favorite out of the bunch. I think they're all good.
Yes.
I think they're all solid pedals and very usable.
Well, that bonus feature, though, is pretty sweet. Like, having that filter sweep on a Fuzz is pretty cool. Yeah.
So I think that one, I think the Mary Kay is probably going to be, well, that's our favorite.
Well, and it makes sense. I mean, we already love Super Fuzzes. So,
It's 100%.
Yeah. Well, the harmonics on that one were fun, too. Like, doing the octave chords really jumped out. I felt like it had that kind of snarl. So, yeah, it was pretty fun.
It's got that kind of growly bit that we like.
Yeah.
And I think when when that frequency is kind of dying,
full tilt.
That cutting through kind of, you know me, I like that. To
Yeah.
hear that. But when you kind of roll it back, that you can, if you had that dark bit working with a flanger or with a phaser.
Well, no,
that
flanger
could
would be pretty sweet too.
You know what I mean? Like
having-
if you have a phaser that's kind of whipping around and then you kind of lower it down and bring it back. Like,
yeah, if you catch it on the low sweep too.
Yeah, I think
cool.
that could be pretty freaking pretty useful and cool. So
yeah, that's something we'll probably start doing too soon. Is like pedal pairings, kind of a thing.
yeah. Like wine tastings.
Yeah, pedal pairings. Yeah.
No, this phaser has a nice nutty flavor.
Let's place this delicious fuzz with this phaser.
It has a wonderful finish. Where's my twisty mustache apparatus? Anyway, so that's first look. Quick demo. Obviously, we just we've had them for a few days. We just haven't gotten to it. So this is a chance for us to kind of play through the stuff too.
Well, it's fun to do first impressions. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could try to do impressions all we want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how good it'll be, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was gonna say we do appreciate anybody that is watching, especially since this isn't our normal stream time.
Yeah.
Well, that and it didn't end up working out exactly when we thought
yes.
it would. But.
Yeah, we were trying for 11, so
Yes.
we've been dicking around with this shit for 2 hours.
Yeah.
With between the cameras and the cables and all the other bits.
Start calling like Mercury Mondays, where like just Mercury's in retrograde every Monday, just every Monday. Yeah.
If we didn't need to be open to serve our community
On Monday, yeah.
I would just say we use this as a hangover day and just call it. Just say forget.
Well,
it,
what
but-
sucks is like with Monday is like it doesn't matter if your Monday is your Friday or if it's your Monday. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like
it's
always
always
messed
Monday.
Up. Yeah.
Like Monday is always Monday.
Yeah.
Right. That's why it's nice to have your Monday, like your real Monday, not be.
Yes,
a
that's
Monday.
true. That is true.
Because then it's the first day.
That is true. Yes.
My Monday is usually Monday, and that's.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm happy.
Yeah, my
with
Mondays can vary in terms of the. You're right though, because like having Monday be my Friday, it's one of those balance things of like
You're kinda-
depending on how toasty I am from the rest of the week.
that. Right. Yeah, and by the time your Monday is your Friday, you're like, peace.
Yeah,
I'm out.
yeah.
You guys have it. Anyway. If
Yeah, that
there's
was pretty
anybody
fun.
still hanging around listening to any of this nonsense.
I
So
was gonna say we could also. I think we do have a little bit of delay in Verb. We could probably get a little bit spacier for our last play out before we call it good. Because we got a few minutes to go still.
we have no time restraint.
Well, that's true too.
We have no time
That's true.
restriction. There's no.
I guess it's up to
Deadline,
you if
so-
you guys want to hear it with any other effects. Right now, we just have what you guys. I can't really see it in the camera, but there's the Sib, Mr. Echo, and then I have my Ghost Echo from Earthquaker on there, which is more of a
V1.
more of a reverb.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that was pretty good. We just
Okay.
run through it, seeing that we got a lot of stuff to still accomplish
Sure.
on this.
Yeah, if anything,
this
maybe
Monday
I'll bring
of Mondays.
the Mary Kay back for like we're talking about like a pedal pairing later.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty cool, and I think maybe trying it, like you said, with a flanger or phaser would be pretty fun.
Yeah, so kind of see how that goes. Maybe we'll do that on Thursday. Plus, we're gonna try to do a few more of these
Yes.
live demo stuff. We got a couple other things kind of cooking along that line. We're as you guys know,
Yeah,
we've been
it's a
working out the
process.
bugs
Yeah.
for us, here at the new shop. So
Yeah.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
We're going to get there. It'll become more and more professional. Before you know it, they're like, what happened to these guys? It's kind of like when it goes from like when Trailer Park Boys went from like the early seasons to getting Netflix money.
Well, yeah, because like you watch
And then
some
all
of
of
those
a
early
sudden-
ones, and like everything's a little foggy, and like you can tell the camera works just a little funky. And,
Yeah, and then they got
So,
Netflix
yeah.
money, and then all of a sudden it was crazy. You got Snoop Dogg in there and all sorts of stuff. So,
Right.
so just think of us as the Trailer Park Boys of
YouTube.
of guitar stores.
Yeah, Guitar Store YouTube.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty dead on, really.
decent.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for anybody that did tune in. Like I said, we do appreciate it, especially since it wasn't when we would normally do it. And then our next show will be Thursday of this week. We'll do our normal FAQ stuff on
Yeah.
Thursday, and we'll see. I think Saturday or Sunday maybe I'll squeeze in because it has been a little bit since I did a Doomy Saturday Sunday video. So
We might even do something Friday. I don't know. I'm
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
working.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be working in here all week on a bunch of things. So there might be one on Friday too. I got that we might do.
yeah, we're gonna try to pepper these in. Just we're trying to get better at this before we really hit the ground running with some like band streams and stuff. So we're trying to use these as like a way to dial in some of this stuff and get more competent. Which obviously, I went like 2 or 3 videos without a feedback thing, but oh well.
Yeah. So we're working all that
Yeah,
out.
we're working
and,
it out.
and we're trying to practice too, so it doesn't all
Yes.
sound the
Well,
same.
that's true too.
So it doesn't sound all the same. And we'll be much better at some of these things. But we're gonna get there, just
Yeah.
like you guys.
Yes.
We're not virtuosos. I wish we were, but
Well, yeah, no, we're literally just 2 guys, just like everybody watching right now that just plays this stuff. We're not, we're not claiming to be any, like you said, any virtuosic players or anything.
yeah. So
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
couple of goobs with some Fuzz pedals.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just a few dudes, not trying to have a real job, just selling cool gear for a living.
Exactly.
That's pretty much what we do. Yeah. All right. So that's it. We're
Yeah.
done jabbing. We're done playing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments, feel free to leave comments. Please hit the like button. We would appreciate all of that kind of stuff. And if you're in the market for a fuzz pedal, go over to flipside-music.com and pick one up of these fine.
These fine Fuzz devices.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. And then we'll catch you guys on the flip side.